Something is changing at Old Trafford, and this time it feels real. A month ago, Manchester United were in chaos, sitting near the bottom of the table, haunted by their worst statistical season in club history, and surrounded by doubt about whether Ruben Amarim was the right man for the job.
Nobody believes for 1 minute that Ruben Amarim will be the manager of Manchester United in 3 years.
Fast forward to today, and the entire mood has shifted. 3 matches, 3 wins, 8 goals scored, only 3 conceded, and 1 clean sheet numbers that tell the story of a team being rebuilt from the inside out. And not just any wins, one of them came at Anfield, ending a 9-year curse without victory on Liverpool's home turf. But the most impressive part isn't the results, it's how they're winning.
I have that feeling. I think it was a more complete performance. You can say whatever you want to say against Liverpool, but they didn't deserve to win, to lose that game. We deserved to win, but they didn't deserve to lose. I think today we did a little bit of everything. We had the ball, we create chances, we defend high, we defend low. So when it's more complete, I feel that is more, it's not a statement, but I feel more complete also as a manager. So today I think I like more today than the last weekend.
Suddenly, United look sharp, structured and confident. Sene Lammens has brought calm between the posts. Luke Shaw and Matthijs de Ligt are anchoring a defence that finally looks reliable. Casemiro has rediscovered his authority. Bruno Fernandes is back to dictating tempo.
Steps heaven. And Mbeumo's in! And wraps it up!
And up front, Ahmad, Mbeumo, Mount and Šeško are thriving in a system that finally makes sense.
The way you set up your team is just not working. It's not creating enough wins, and people are finding it easy to play against you.
For the first time in years, United are playing like a team. They're just a single point away from the top 4, something unthinkable a few weeks ago, and everything traces back to one thing: Amorim's Masterplan. When critics questioned his 3-4-3 formation, Amarim didn't flinch. "It's always the same," he said. "When we win, it's not the system. When we lose, it's the system." He's stayed true to that philosophy, refusing to bend to public pressure, and instead perfecting his idea from within.
There are a lot of things that you have no idea what happened during these months, but I accept that. But I'm not going to change. When I want to change my philosophy, I will change.
Now the data backs him up. Compared to last season's nightmare 15th place finish, United are pressing higher, defending smarter and attacking with far more purpose. Amorim hasn't abandoned his vision, he's refined it. And if the last month is any indication, he's not just saving United's season, he's redefining what this club stands for. This isn't luck. This is a blueprint precise, calculated and dangerous. What Amarim is building could turn Manchester United into something terrifying once again. This is his master plan. The first major upgrade under Ruben Amorim's Manchester United is crystal clear Sene Lammens' long kicks. It might sound simple, but it's completely changed how this team attacks. In modern football, few things are more underrated than a goalkeeper who can turn defence into attack in one pass, and that's exactly what Lammens has brought. Since his debut against Sunderland, United's build-up has transformed. Lammens hit 37 long passes in that match alone, followed by an astonishing 45 at Anfield, just 2 fewer than the entire Liverpool team combined. Against Brighton, he added another 32, showing this wasn't a one-off. Amorim's instruction is now clear: play long, skip the risk, and win the second ball. Statistically, the change is massive. United now average 23.2 launched passes from their goalkeeper per 90 minutes, the highest in the Premier League, marking a 76% increase from last season. Last year, Amarim had already started telling Andre Onana to go long if playing short was too dangerous, but the team still preferred building from the back.
Tonight. Oh, that's Onana giving it away. This could be a...
Now, with Lamens in goal, it's an even 50-50 split between short and long passes, and that balance is clearly working. The beauty of this tactical evolution lies in how perfectly it fits United's new personnel. Against Chelsea, for instance, Benjamin Šeško played the perfect target role, holding up the ball, using his frame to keep defenders at bay, and allowing United to win second balls higher up the pitch. His duel opened the lane for Brian Mbeumo, who broke through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, forcing a red card. Another prime example came against Liverpool. This time, Mbeumo became the focal point, battling for the long ball and creating chaos in the defensive line. United won the second ball through Bruno Fernandes, who linked play quickly, and within seconds, Mbeumo, who had been on the ground just moments before, sprang up, made his run, and finished clinically to score. And then there's Matheus Cunha, who adds another layer to Amorim's plan. Lamens' long balls aren't always aimed directly at him, but Cunha's quick reactions and spatial awareness make him vital in recovering the second contact. His strength in tight spaces ensures United keep possession even when the first ball doesn't land perfectly. It's not just a goalkeeper tactic, it's a system-wide weapon. With Lamens' precision, Šeško's presence, and Mbeumo's speed, Amorim has turned what used to be a chaotic transition phase into one of the most lethal counter-attacking mechanisms in the Premier League. This is no longer about playing pretty from the back, it's about playing smart, fast and effective. Still, United's goalkeepers played short the vast majority of the time. This season there has been an even 50-50 split between short and long passes. And with Lamens around, that only appears to be heading in one direction. That is not the only difference between the sticks either. Although still drawn from a relatively small sample, the percentage of crosses United's goalkeepers are stopping has jumped by more than half.
These good vibrations reverberate through the team, which leads to confidence, security, assuredness. When I look back when I played, when did I feel my best? When I didn't have to look behind me and worry about what the keeper might do or where he might be. I weren't second guessing anything about my goalkeeper. Edwin van der Sar is a great example. He was a fantastic goalkeeper, just a calm and influence, and just so reassuring when you see that behind you. You saw the way the lads celebrated and all of them around the goalkeeper. It's his second game, by the way. And they were it was almost like he'd been there a couple of years. It was like, this is what we do. It was just so nice to see that togetherness. The celebrations are a big key for me. They're a big marker.
Lamens' commanding claims of high balls have proved very popular with supporters inside Old Trafford so far, and the hope will be that they continue.
You can't do anything, boy. You can't do anything. You can't do anything at all.
The second key to Ruben Amorim's transformation of Manchester United lies in one fundamental: shift speed and directness. This is no longer the slow, predictable United of last season. Amarim has reprogrammed his team to play faster, sharper, and more vertical than ever before.
He just read the game really well, and managers have to do that, and they get paid to do that. And this was a great example of a manager reading the situation and going, yep, because there would have been many people saying Šeško's got to start. You need pace against the likes of Salah, Gakpo and Isak. He said, no, it's going to be a time in the game where we're going to have our backs to the walls. You need experience, you need players who understand how to clear their box and clear their lines in them areas, and have done it for a long period of time. And he went for that, and it paid off. And you have to give him the credit when credit's due, because everyone's quick to hammer him when there's an issue.
Lamens' long kicks may have started the revolution, but the tempo across the entire pitch has completely changed. United, once the fifth slowest attack in the Premier League during the 2024-25 campaign, are now the eighth fastest. The numbers tell the story. Fewer passes per possession, fewer long build-ups, and far more lightning-fast transitions. It's football stripped down to its essence: quick recoveries, direct movement, and ruthless execution. In a league that's increasingly leaning toward chaos and intensity, Amarim's United still managed to stand out. They've attempted the third most long balls in the Premier League this season and lead the entire league in switches of play. Those switches, especially towards the right flank, have become a signature weapon. And that's largely thanks to Brian Mbeumo, the explosive heartbeat of Amorim's transition football. Mbeumo's ability to position himself between centre-backs, burst into space, and destroy defensive lines is frightening. Against Arsenal, the best defensive unit in Europe, he exposed gaps within minutes. His pace and timing make him the perfect outlet for Amorim's quick vertical transitions. But he's not alone. Young Patrick Dorgu has also shown blistering acceleration when countering from midfield, as seen when he smashed a shot off the post in that same match. Meanwhile, Matheus Cunha adds a layer of technical brilliance and unpredictability. His dribbling, change of pace, and precision in tight spaces allow United to break lines with frightening efficiency. In that same Arsenal clash, a Cunha and Mbeumo connection nearly produced one of the goals of the season, a two-man counter-attack so fast that it left defenders gasping for air. The supporting cast is equally lethal. Against Sunderland, Amad Diallo proved devastating in open space, while Benjamin Šeško continues to act as the perfect reference point up top. The Slovenian forward's ability to hold the ball, link play, and stretch defences gives Amorim's system its structure. Against Chelsea, he provoked Robert Sanchez's red card. Against Sunderland, he set up Diallo's breakaway, and against Brighton, his quick one-touch play led to Mbeumo's goal. And while you might expect a towering 6'5" striker like Šeško to turn United into a crossing machine, that's not what's happening. The volume of crosses hasn't increased, the quality has. United are now completing 3.1 successful crosses into the box per game, a 62% improvement from last season, the second best mark in the Premier League. That's how Šeško has already scored twice in the league, perfectly timed runs, flawless positioning, and cold-blooded finishing inside the box. Against Sunderland and Brentford, he showed the intelligence to get in front of his markers and finish clinically. This is Amorim's new United, faster, more aggressive, and devastatingly efficient. Every pass, every movement, every run has intent. They no longer build slowly, they strike like lightning. Another major improvement under Ruben Amarim is how United have dramatically reduced their risky losses of possession.
Diogo Dalot then, a tackle comes in from Matheus Cunha. It's absolutely brilliant. He slides in, puts the block in, knocks it behind for a corner. Yeah.
This change isn't as flashy as fast counter-attacks or long goalkeeper passes, but it might be the most important foundation of all. Last season, United were their own worst enemy, constantly losing the ball near their box and inviting pressure. But that chaos is gone. The numbers tell a story of transformation. During the 2024-25 campaign, no Premier League team had more touches in their own defensive third than Manchester United. This season, only Arsenal have had fewer. That's not a coincidence, it's by design. Amarim's system has pushed United away from danger zones, ensuring that build-up play happens further up the pitch. Now only 30% of United's total touches come in their own third, the lowest share in 3 years. It's a direct consequence of Amorim's decision to play long, vertical football and skip the risky, slow build-up that cost them so many points last season. Back then, United lost possession 5.4 times per game inside their own defensive third, one of the worst records in the league. Only behind Tottenham and Southampton, two teams infamous for forcing build-up play no matter the risk. This season, that number has dropped to 2.4 losses per game, second best in the league, behind only Arsenal. It's a remarkable shift. Amorim has found the balance between control and pragmatism. By avoiding needless passes near their box, United have nearly cut in half the number of times they hand opponents scoring chances. Instead of inviting pressure, they now bypass it, completely turning what used to be panic moments into launch pads for attacks. Of course, there's a trade-off. United's average possession has fallen slightly from 54% to just over 50%, but it's a small price to pay, because what truly matters isn't how much of the ball you have, but where you have it. And Amorim's United now have it closer to the opponent's goal, where it hurts.
Larson's got space. De Ligt hasn't managed to get himself back into the middle because there wasn't enough time. Meanwhile, Diogo Dalot into the penalty area. He's going to try and get across away to Mbama!
This is what smart evolution looks like. Fewer mistakes at the back, more intent going forward, and a style of football that finally matches the players' strengths. Manchester United are no longer building from danger, they're building from confidence. Another subtle but revealing shift in Ruben Amorim's new Manchester United lies in their set-piece strategy specifically, the end of outswinging corners. It might sound like a small tactical tweak, but in elite football, the smallest details can separate a good team from a great one. Across the Premier League, teams are investing more than ever in dead ball routines. Every top club now sees set pieces not as random opportunities, but as designed weapons.
Rice. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. And Arsenal come up trumps with a set piece yet again. And guess who? Gabriel, yet again.
And Amarim has fully embraced this evolution. Gone are the days of outswinging deliveries floating harmlessly into the box. Now, United's approach is precise, rehearsed, and much more dangerous. Last season, Bruno Fernandes handled most of United's corners, occasionally alternating with Christian Eriksen.
Come on! That's free kick we've ever done!
The problem, both are right-footed, meaning most deliveries swung away from goal. Amad Diallo, a left-footer, also took some, but never consistently enough to change the pattern. As a result, United lacked a true left-footed option to whip in-swingers corners that bend toward goal and create natural chaos in the box. That's where Bryan Mbeumo changed everything. Since his arrival, he and Bruno have shared corner duties almost evenly. The result? A complete elimination of outswingers and a dramatic rise in in-swinging deliveries. Amorim's team no longer plays short or deep corners beyond the 18-yard box. Every delivery now goes into the danger zone, aimed to cause immediate impact. And it's working. United have already scored 3 goals from set pieces, generating an average of 0.49. Expected goals per match from dead ball situations, a notable improvement. The in-swingers are harder to defend, giving players like De Ligt and Šeško the perfect platform to attack the ball in flight. However, the other side of the equation is less flattering. United are also conceding 0.53 xG from set pieces per game, the third highest in the Premier League, up from 0.34 last season. That imbalance shows that while Amorim has refined his offensive routines, the defensive organisation on corners still needs work. Opponents like Trevoh Chalobah and Charalampos Kostulas have already exposed gaps in United's marking schemes. But it's worth remembering that these numbers come early in the season, and XG metrics fluctuate heavily over small samples. What matters most is the clear shift in philosophy. Amarim is modernising United's approach to every phase of play possession, transitions, and now, set pieces. The 3-4-3 formation may remain the backbone, but everything surrounding it has evolved. United now play faster, more vertical, and with greater purpose even in the static moments of the game. It's proof that Amorim's Masterplan isn't just about. What Ruben Amorim has done at Manchester United over the past month feels less like a tactical adjustment and more like a surgical reconstruction of an entire footballing identity. He inherited a fractured team, one that couldn't defend, couldn't connect its lines, and had forgotten how to play with conviction. Yet through precision and method, he's turned that chaos into structure. Every tweak from Laman's long passes to the high-speed transitions of Mbeumo and Cunha, from the positional discipline of Bruno Fernandes to the aerial dominance of Šeško, has been deliberate, calculated, and effective. Amorim has managed to merge control with aggression, transforming United into a side that no longer fears risk but knows how to manage it. The sloppy losses in their own half have vanished, replaced by a cleaner, sharper version of football that values efficiency over possession for possession's sake. The 3-4-3 that once drew criticism is now functioning as a complete ecosystem, adapting to the strengths of every player while keeping the team compact and fearless. In just a few weeks, United have gone from looking broken to looking reborn. 3 wins, 8 goals, and a level of conviction unseen in years. More importantly, there's purpose again. Every pass, every run, every press feels connected to something bigger. This is not about statistics or formations anymore. It's about identity. Ruben Amorim is proving why he was chosen to lead this club. His version of Manchester United doesn't just want to compete, it wants to dominate through intelligence, intensity, and belief. What we're witnessing is the start of a long-term project, finally finding its heartbeat. If the last month is any indication, Amarim isn't just fixing Manchester United, he's rebuilding it from the ground up. And the scariest part is that this may only be the beginning.